So we have this massive, massive box of adventure, Gloomhaven. Next, sometime as of this vlog, spring 2020, somewhere around there, we've got, can we call it part 2? I know it's a prequel, but Jaws of the Lion, essentially focusing on the city of Gloomhaven itself. And then the Kickstarter in March, Frosthaven. And pushing that out, let's say realistically, delivery anywhere within probably around a year and a half. So certainly a lot of content to work through. It's possible to make your way through Gloomhaven right now, then make your way through Jaws, and then make your way through Frosthaven. And upon completing it, this is building on a previous podcast. We were exploring the idea of replayability and how in Gloomhaven, being a legacy type game and making your way through a very, very narrative story, is there replayability at the very end? There are random dungeons. You could go through and try different character classes, even though once you know the story arcs. You could try and explore some of the areas that you've missed. But kind of the ultimate replayability, and something that I was just thinking about and something that really intrigues me, especially from the perspective of perhaps developing your own adventures in the realm of Gloomhaven, literally unlocking. Imagine if we had this massive gaming table. When I play solo, I have a table that I lay my games out on, and a part of this is borrowing a little bit from Arkham. What if we had Gloomhaven on the table, and then set over to the right of that was Jaws of the Lion, and then set above that, because it takes to the realms of the north, you've got Frosthaven. And then maybe another side table or a piece where all the components are organized, ready to go. Essentially playing an adventure where you could adventure in Gloomhaven, have greater adventures in the city, and then maybe even make your way north, kind of playing all three at once. Is that entirely practical? Probably not. I mean, I really can't see that setting up for a day of play, although maybe you could. But in terms of keeping it set up and playing it through that way, I'm really intrigued, even if it's going to require some homebrewing, to explore the realm, the world of Gloomhaven from that perspective. And I guess what has me thinking, in years and years ago, I'd go stay with my cousin Eric at his house when we were kids for the summer, and Axis and Allies had just been released, and we would play Axis and Allies and leave it set up for like 2 or 3 weeks and just come back and play it for a little bit, come back and play it. I mean, I could see something similar. Well, you could do something similar like Gloomhaven right now, but imagine all three working together in tandem, the entire realm on there. That alone is worth the price of admission if we're going back to replayability. First, you got to make it through all three. First time through to see the story. Then you got to do all the unlocks. Then you got to do all the different character classes. Then stringing them all together, doing random encounters, random dungeons, and maybe some homebrew fan content. That's huge. That is huge. And I'm thinking from the perspective, although no spoilers when I say this, I have a good, what I believe a nice sized gaming collection, but it's by no means expansive or no means over the top. But the only other game right now of mine that has similar content, and that is with all the expansions, is Kingdom Death Monster. I mean, Kingdom Death Monster is a place that you can just live and play in for a really, 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 really long time. I see the Gloomhaven trifecta essentially way surpassing that. And again, a little bit out, a year and a half, 2 years out, but that is a good thing because it leaves time to make it through Gloomhaven and Jaws.